I'm going to record. So salvete omnes, Living Latin Live, our first episode here in the summer. We're just getting things kicked off. And again, we're just kind of going around, kind of laying out the rules, if you will, for how to play the game, how we're going to do things. So like I was saying, there's a lot of words on this screen. We're not going to learn all these words today, but we're actually going to be working through these different grammatical constructions over the course of this course from now through August. So the one we're going to focus on today, whoops, let me go back. What we're going to focus on today is est. And so that's primarily what we're going to focus on. And we'll do a lot of things to kind of work up to that. But let me, I'm sorry, I'm getting some alarms here. All right. So let's just practice this again. So everyone, omnes.
Ita.
Ita. So we're going to work on this word est. Everyone say est.
Est.
All right. Now this est, there is. All right. So before we kind of jump in here, what's a good word? Anyone have a suggestion that est we can associate with that makes us think of the word is? Is there a word that it sounds like or that we can kind of anchor to that?
Yes.
Just go ahead and say it if you know, if you think of one. Maybe it's one in a language you already speak. Like está. Right?
Yeah,
So
but
est
isn't esta, is it? It's more like S without the T.
There you go. I'm just throwing out ideas. All right, so oops, my screen is kind of going crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and let's this is tonight's focus here. All right, so omnes
Ita.
Ita.
est. Whoops, get my pointer here. Sorry, est Puella. Now, when I make a statement, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go, oh, like it's the most amazing piece of information you've ever heard in your life. All right, so let's try this again. Omnes
Ita.
Ita.
est Puella.
Oh.
Oh. Right? So that's every time we introduce kind of a factual statement, you're going to just imagine this is the most amazing piece of information you've ever heard. So, est Puella. Omnes
Ita.
Ita.
Puella est Helena.
Oh.
Now, a couple things that we want to note before we kind of move on with this is that you'll hear me say this nay word, right? I will attach that to the first word when I want to ask you if it's a yes or a no question, all right? So if I want to say yes or no, you're going to hear the nay. And the way you say yes is ita. So everyone say ita.
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 And then for no, we're going to say minime.
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 So ita. Everyone say ita.
Ita.
And then minime.
Minime.
Ultime, good. So let me find where's my little text thing. So I'll just throw this up here so you can see. Optime means well done, like excellent, right? Now, so let's try this out. Omnes
Ita.
Ita.
est ne Puella Helena.
Ita.
Ita.
Ita. Now see what you did. You instinctively just responded, right? I didn't have to explain everything. You just figured it out. So that's kind of how this works. So omnes
Ita.
Ita.
est ne Helena Puella.
Ita.
Ita.
Ita. Puella est Helena. Omnes
Ita.
Ita.
est ne Helena Puella on where? Est ne Helena Puella on where?
Puella.
Puella. Optime. So whenever I ask you these kind of these binary questions, you either respond with ita minime, but then if I ask you like Esne, Puella, an puer. I want you to make a choice, and you're just going to give me that word. You guys all did. Puella. So optime. So let's try another one. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Esne, Helena. Puella, an feliz. Puella, an feliz.
Mínime.
Puella. Helena es Puella. Bene. Remember, the on is just making, I put it on the screen here so you can see it. The on is just making it a choice, right? So you'd say on, meaning one or the other. So, puer an Puella. Puella an feliz, right? So I'm just going to kind of, as we kind of come up through this, I'll just put some of these words on the screen so that we can kind of keep track of things. Make your life a little bit easier instead of putting it in the chat. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Esne Helena puer.
Minime.
Mínime.
Minime. Helena non es puer. Helena es puella. Bene. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Esne Helena feliz.
Minime.
Mínime.
Minime. Helena non es feliz. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Esne Helena puella.
Ita.
Ita.
Ita optime. Helena es puella. Helena non est puer, non es feliz. And you can probably hear me saying non est, and you can figure out that just means not, right? Is not, maybe. Not is. Bad English, but you get the idea. We're just negating it. So you can say est or non est, right? That's how we make these kind of declarative statements and things. So good. Optime. Omnes optime. So we kind of go through that and we just got to get a feel for, we're just introducing kind of a main word. And then now we've asked questions. So we're getting some repetitions on it. But now I want to introduce the next thing, and that is you're going to role play. So for example, I'm going to ask you to be a character, and then I'm going to ask you questions as if you're that character. So Allison, since you're our veteran here, I'm gonna voluntold you to get to do this part. So, and you can also see on the chart on the right-hand side, you can see how let's use our language teaching, vocabulary here, how we conjugate the verb. So for example, you would say ego sum or tu es, or we're talking about somebody else, ella es for the ladies, and is es for the guys. All right. So we'll model this, me and Allison here, since she and I have worked before and she knows this. So again, I'll call you by name, but then I'll make you be that particular character. So let me see, let me make sure I got my screen up so I can call everybody. I got to make sure I have everybody gets a chance here. So Allison, Allison.
Ita.
Esne Puella.
Ita ego sum Puella.
Oh, omnes. Ita tu es Puella. Omnes. Helena, Allison, es Puella. Oh. So you can see what we do is we role play. So I'm gonna say you're Helen or Helena, and she's going to act as if she's Helen. So instead of saying, she is a girl, she's gonna say ego sum Puella and be in that role, right? So Glory.
Ita.
Tu es Helena. Esne Puella.
Ego sum. Puella.
Ita, tu es Puella. Optime, tu es Puella. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Gloria Elena es Puella.
Oh.
So when I do this, I'm fishing for you guys to go, oh, right? Tadeo.
Ita.
Tu es Elena. Esne feliz.
Minime. ego sum Puella.
Oh, ita, recte.
Ita.
Tu non es Felis, miau, tu es Puella. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Tadeo Helena es Puella.
Oh.
Oh, optime. Rondi Helena.
Ita.
Esne Puella.
Ita. Ego sum Puella.
Oh, recte, tu es Puella. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Rondi Helena es Puella.
Oh,
Oh.
Andrea.
Ita.
Tu es Helena. Esne puer.
Minime ego sum Puella.
Oh, recte,
Recte.
tu non es puer, tu es Puella, optime. Omnes,
Ita.
Ita.
Andrea Elena es Puella.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's see. Um, let's see who else. Lisa.
Ita.
Lisa, tú es Helena. Esne, esne feliz.
Minime. Ego sum Puella.
Oh, recte, tú non
Oh.
es feliz, tú es Puella. Omnes,
Ita.
Lisa est Puella. Lisa Helena es Puella.
Oh.
Oh, bene. Now I see iPhone. I'm not sure who that is. What is your name? Mysterious iPhone.
It might be me. I'm Karen.
Yeah. Aaron?
Karen.
Oh, Karen, sorry. All right, Karen, good. Salve. That means hello. So Karen, tú es Helena. Esne Puella.
Ita.
Ita, tú es Puella. Omnes,
Ita.
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 Karen Helena es Puella. Oh,
Oh.
optime. Now, I have a rock. Is that your name?
Austin.
Austin. Ah, okay. Austin. Awesome. Optime. Good. I didn't see a face, so I wasn't sure. All right. Austin, tú es Helena. Esne feliz.
Minime.
Ita, keep going. See if you can give me more. Minime. Remember, you're Helena, so you're gonna
Non
try.
felis.
Ita, tú non es feliz. Tú es Puella. Bene?
Yes.
So Austin, what am I saying? Tú non es feliz. What is that?
You are a cat, or you are not a cat.
Yes, tú non es feliz. Tú es Puella. What does that mean?
Yeah, you are a girl.
Yes. You're just playing one on TV. Elena. Austin Elena es Puella. Omnes.
Ita.
Yeah.
Austin Elena es Puella.
Oh.
Non es feliz.
Oh.
Non es feliz. Feliz ridiculosum est. Es Puella. Bene. All right, optime. Now, let me see. Show of hands. Let me try and see if I can see everybody on the same screen here. 5 means you got this so far. 4, you're getting there. 3, you got it, but you got to look at the screen. 2, you still need some time. And 1, you have no clue. Just show me what you guys got here in terms of understanding so far. 5, 4, good. Because we're going to add in some more here. All right. So the next thing we usually do in this kind of thing is we add in another character so then we can describe from another perspective. So omnes,
Ita.
Ita.
Quis ego sum. Quis ego sum. Now, what is that asking? Quis ego sum. What am I asking you guys?
Who I am.
Who am I?
Yeah, who am I? So you guys get to guess. Who am I? This is why I take suggestions from the audience. What do you got?
Tu es feliz, Magister.
Ah, ego sum feliz? Huh? I'll say fortasse, which means
Maybe.
maybe or like perhaps. All right, what else? What else could I be? Any other
Where?
suggestions? And you can use
Where?
English because I know you guys don't know Latin, so it's okay.
Tu es vir.
Tu es weird. Optime.
weird.
That's yeah, VIR. Good. That's yeah. Now that's I'll put that on the board because that's an important point. The word Austin uses weird. Now that it's spelled VIR, and there's a bit of controversy here, it just depends. If you want to pronounce this as the classical pronunciation, meaning how the ancient Romans and Greek, we reconstructed it, the assumption is that the V actually sounds like a W sound. So when Caesar famously said Veni Vidi Vici, actually, according to classical pronunciation, would have been Veni Vidi Vici. But if used was called the ecclesiastical pronunciation, meaning the pronunciation that the Catholic Church typically uses, they would pronounce those V's like V's. So whichever you prefer, it's fine. We'll work around it. But I'll use the classical pronunciations. That's what I teach in my classes. But if you prefer ecclesiastical, no problem, right? I actually have a theory that that's probably more correct, but that's a whole nother story altogether. So, omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
So I'll do what I like to do sometimes, and I'm stealing this from Profe Shihai down there, Craig. I have a secret, and I'll do this. I have a secret, and you guys get to lean in. All right. Ego sum magister.
Oh.
Now that's not that thrilling, I know, but I'm just trying to keep it simple. Magister, in case you don't equals, just means more or less like teacher or master, but teacher. And if you are a lady, you would say you are a magistra. I'll put better teacher because you know, that's for the ladies, but we know. The lady teachers, magister for us guy teachers is kind of regular teachers. You superior lady teachers out there, magistra. So, omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Ego sum magister.
Oh.
Bene. Let's see. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Sumne felis.
Minime.
Minime, ridiculosum est, non sum felis. Omnes sumne puella.
Minime.
Minime, non sum puella. Omnes sumne magister.
Ita.
Ita sum magister. Omnes
Ita.
Ita.
sumne magister an magistra.
Magister.
Ita sum magister, non sum magistra, non sum felis, non sum puella, sum magister. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Let's push the button a little bit here. Quis, right? See this word quis? I'm going to do this. And I want to know who somebody is. So, omnes,
Ita.
quis est Puella? Quis est Puella?
Helena.
Glory.
Helena,
es
ita,
Puella.
Helena es Puella. Rogandum, Andrea, I saw your hand go up there.
Ego sum.
Oh, tú es Helena, tú es Puella, ita. Omnes, Andrea,
Ita.
Andrea est Helena, et Andrea est Puella.
Oh.
Omnes,
Ita.
quis est magister? Quis es
Tu
magister?
es.
Tu es
Ah,
magister.
ita ego sum magister. Bene, ego sum magister. Non ego sum Helena, non ego sum Puella, ego sum magister. Bene. Omnes
Ita.
Ita.
sumne felis.
Minime.
Minime.
Minime, non sum felis. Um, hmm. All right, let's see. Now we're going to go to triangle, or sorry, having you guys play the character. So Omne, let's see here. Karen. Karen, tu es Helena.
Minime.
No, tu es Helena. That's
Oh,
you're taking on
okay.
that role. Tu es Helena. Esne feliz.
Minime. Ego sum Puella.
Optime, recte, tu non es feliz, tu es Puella, omnes felicitates, that means celebrate, felicitates,
Felicitates.
Ita.
Felicitates.
All right, Tadeo, um, Tadeo, tu es Helena, et sum Helena Tadeo, sumne feliz,
Minime. Ego sum Puella.
Ah, ita, tu es Puella, sed sumne feliz, sumne ego feliz.
Minime. Tu es magister.
Oh, felicitates omnes,
Oh,
optime.
felicitates.
Ita,
Felicitates.
non sum felis, sum magister, optime, Helena Tadeo, optime. Glory, tu es Helena, sumne puer,
Minime. Ego no sum puer. Ego
Ah.
sum puella.
ita tu es Puella, Helena, sed sumne ego puer.
Minime.
Well, what am I asking, Glory? Sumne.
If you are
Optime.
a boy.
Ita sumne puer. Ita minime.
Minime.
Oh,
Tu es
minime.
wir.
Ita.
No,
Tu
Gloria es
es
Helena.
magister.
Ah, optime, gratias, Glory. Ita, felicitates, omnes, optime. Ita. So what we're doing here is we're asking you guys to respond as one person about somebody else, right? So it's kind of making your brain really work through the language a little bit. It's really mapping it out for you. So that's awesome. You guys are picking up on it. But that's what I'm just trying to make sure that you are there with that. All right. Lisa.
Ita.
Tu es Helena, sumne felis,
Sume. Felix. Minime. Ego sum Puella.
ita, tu es Puella, optime Helena, Lisa, sed ego, sumne ego, felis,
Minime. Ego sum Puella.
ita, tu es Puella,
Tu
sed
es.
ego, and I forgot to do that, it's a good gesture, profe, is sumne felis, meow, meow.
I have a question.
All right.
For the sume, when you use the sume by itself, it turns into a question, like, are you?
Excellent. Excellent. Ita optime. So yeah, see this ne down here? When you add that to a word, the first word of a sentence in Latin, that makes it kind of a binary, yes or no, because Latin didn't use punctuation. So when I say sum, I'm making a statement. I am something. But if I say sum ne, the ne makes it ita minime, like a thing. So what am I asking when I say sum ne felis? What am I asking you?
Are you a cat?
Yeah, Ita. Sum ne felis?
Minime. Okay, minime.
Meow. Ita. Non sum felis, sum magister. My students would have a huge problem if I was a cat, or I'd be a very big celebrity on TikTok or YouTube somewhere, probably playing a piano or something, you know. Optime. So non sum felis, sum magister. Bene. Rondi, tu est Helena. Sum ne puer.
Ita, tu es puer.
Fortasse said sum magister. Bene? What am I saying? Sum magister.
You are a teacher.
Optime. So the question then is technically,
My.
Rondi Elena, sum ne puer ita minime.
Minime. I mean,
Min
ita. Ita.
no, you're right. Minime.
Oh,
Non sum puer. What is it? What is a puer again?
oh, a boy.
Right.
Oh,
I'm not just
I
merely a
forgot we
boy.
introduced man.
I'm a magister.
Magister.
Right? Ita, bene. So, all right. Austin,
Ita.
tu es magister. Tu es magister. Est ne Helena Puella?
Minime no magister.
Well, what am I saying? Tu es magister. What am I telling you?
You are a teacher?
Ita, tu, Austin, es magister. And then I'm going to ask, est ne Helena Puella? So what am I asking you there?
Could you say it again?
Est ne Helena Puella? What am I asking you there? What is that? What am I asking you?
Am I Helena? Helen.
No, tu, so we're role playing. Tu es
Oh.
magister, right? You are the magister, right? You're playing my role right now. So you're pretending to be me. Sorry for that. But I'm asking you, es ne Helena Puella, right? So what am I asking you, magister? What am I asking you?
Helen's a girl.
Ita. So es ne Helena Puella? Ita minime.
Ita.
Ita, optime magister, Austin. Felicitates omnes. Ita recte est, Helena est Puella. Bene, optime. All right, let's see. Where, show of hands now, where are we at? 5, you understand this. 4, you're getting it. 3, you got it, but you probably need to look at the screen a little bit. 2, you're a little lost. 1, I should probably quit this and rethink my life. I'm talking about me, not you. All right. Okay, good. So I see
Magister.
3s. Ita.
Why don't you say everything you want us to listen to, and like you model the describe, and see if we understand you, and tell us not to look at the screen unless we have to.
Ita. Ultimate. Good. That's what we're gonna do next. Is we're gonna kind of walk through everything. So omnes. Let me see. I'm just gonna give you a break. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of what we've done so far. So omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Est Puella. Puella est Helena.
Mhm.
Oh.
Ah.
Est magister. Ego sum magister.
Oh.
Okay. That's really all we got so far. All right. So if I'm gonna describe this entire situation, I'm gonna say es Puella, Puella est Helena, est magister, ego sum magister. Bene?
Feliz.
Well, we only brought up the Felis. We hadn't actually named one. Es feliz, but let's leave that for later. We'll just stick with these two basic facts, all right?
Okay.
So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a minute. What I want you to do is I want you to mute, and I want you to basically describe the situation as much as you can, those facts. We're just not too much, but you want to try to describe it in every permutation you possibly can. And then what we'll do is we'll kind of bring everybody back in about a minute, and then we'll kind of see where everyone's at, and then we'll go from there. Does that make sense? All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna mute yourselves, and just I'll give you 1 minute, and then I'll tell you guys to come back in. All right, so just talk as much as you can in Latin. Ready? All right, go ahead and hopefully it wasn't quite a minute, but I figured it's probably good enough. There's only a couple sentences in there. What we're trying to do is just get you used to some of the things that we're going to be doing here. So now what I want you guys to do is I'm going to call on you guys, and you're going to describe the situation. You're going to describe as much of what you can remember as you can. So once again, just to kind of model it, what I'd do is I'd say, you know, es Puella, Puella est Helena. Ego sum magister, quis es magister, ego sum magister, quis es Puella, Helena es Puella, something like that. What I want you to just give me 2 statements that you can, and I want you to describe the situation as if you're Helena, all right? So Allison, you're gonna be our first victim because you got a little experience with this. So I want you to unmute and you describe the situation as you are Helena.
Ego sum Helena. Ego sum Puella. Ego non sum puer. Ego non sum felis. Ego non sum vir. Tu es vir. Tu es magister.
Bene.
Pink,
Felicitates omnes, omnes, optime. Or we say plaudite. Bene. Now, notice what she did, right? So she said what she is and what she isn't. So that's another way to kind of drag out the language a little bit. So that's a good tip. Proficiency. Tu es magister. Describe the situation.
Est magister, ego sum magister. Est magistra, Allison est magistra. Est Puella, tu es Puella. Just kidding. Glory est Puella. Helena est Puella, or Puella est Helena. Est feliz. Karen est feliz. Est vir, and I don't remember his name.
Austin.
Austin. Austin est vir. Yeah.
Bene, felicitates. Now, he probably scared you a little bit because he just started rambling on, and that's fine. You want to try and do as much as you can. Honestly, like if you get a couple sentences in, or 3 to 4 sentences, that's even better. So we're just going to go around the room and see if you guys can describe the situation. So, Andrea, tu es Helena. You are Helena. Describe the situation. Go as much as you can. Couple statements.
Ego sum Helena. Ego sum Puella. Ego non sum magister. Tu es magister. Tu es vir. Tu non es puer.
Felicitates.
Tadeo es puer.
Optime. She kept going, right. Felicidades. Like, look at how much you actually just put in there. You put in several sentences. That's awesome. Optime. All right, Tadeo, you're being challenged by your mom now. So I want you are magister. You describe the situation. All right, go.
Quis ego sum magister, ego sum non felis, ego sum puer, tu es magister, non est felis, non est puer, tu es vir.
Optime. Felicidades. Optime. Good. That was very good. Again, you came in, I assume, with no Latin. Now you can ask questions and you can make statements. That's pretty awesome. That's good. All right. Glory, describe the situation. You are Helena. Go.
Unmute.
Yeah, you have to unmute. There we go. Well, I think I unmuted you, then you muted yourself. Hold on. I'm going to unmute you. You're on. Now go.
Ego sum Helena. Ego sum Puella. Ego no sum Feliz. Tu es magister. Tu no es feliz.
Optime. Felicidades. Optime. Plaudite. Optime. Very good. Very good. Look, you guys are getting it. This is great. Let's see. Karen, you're up. Tu es magister. You're me. Describe the situation as much as you can. Go.
Ego sum magister. Ego sum vir. Ego no sum.
Oh, feliz.
Feliz.
Es feliz tus. Optime.
I told you Karen was a cat.
Eita.
Ego no sum. Ego no sum. Puer. Ego no sum. Puella. That's all I
Bene.
got.
Felicidades, bene.
Okay.
Optime. Now, one thing I forgot to do that I should be doing, and that is repeating back what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
So, for example, I said tu es magister. So, tu es magister, tu non es feliz, tu non es puella, tu es vir, tu es magister, right? When I think I said glory is Helena, and she said several things, which I'm forgetting now because I have totally forgot that. But Gloria Elena, non es vir, non es magister, es puella, right? Something like that. So Rondi, I didn't forget you. All right. Tu es Elena, describe the situation. Go.
Sum Helena. Helena est Puella. Helena non est puer. Helena est magistra. Quis est feliz.
Optime. Tu es Elena, tu es puella, tu es, you said es magistra. That's a big claim. So she's a puella and a magistra. Wow, that's pretty good. There was something else you said that I'm just blanking on.
Quis
es feliz, the big question. Karen,
Yeah.
quis es feliz? Or quid es nomen? Quid es nomen feliz? What is the name of your cat?
Oh, is est Patton?
Patton?
Cotton.
Like General Patton?
No, cotton.
Oh, Cotton. I thought you said Patton.
No, cotton.
Ultimate. I think we have to work him into our stories in the future. Cotton the cat. Feliz. Cotton. All right. Austin, last but not least. Tú es Cotton the cat. You're Cotton the cat. Now describe the situation. Everything you can lay out for us is Cotton the cat.
Ego sum feliz. Ego sum puer and Puella?
Bene. Tú es Cotton. Tú es feliz. Tú es puer. Tú no es Puella. Right? So good. You described yourself as Cotton the cat. You could have even gone like es Puella, es Helena, es Magister, right? That kind of thing. But Optime, you're Cotton the cat now. All right, Cotton the cat has made it big time. All right. Optime. Now we're kind of at we're pretty close to, I think, an hour here. Let me check. I'm gonna check the chat here and see if there's any questions. Okay. Nothing there. Does anyone have any questions? Well, let me stop the recording. Well, actually, go ahead. I'll just field it and then we'll stop the recording afterwards. So Rhonda, yes.
So does Latin not have articles like Spanish does, like el, la, los, and las, the word the, and all of that?
That's a great question. They don't technically use them like you do in Spanish or even in Italian. What they do have is they have demonstrators like ile, ila, ilud, which el comes from and la come from. So they do have them, but as demonstratives, like saying this thing and that thing, and then it kind of becomes its own thing, I think, in those later romantic languages like Spanish.
Oh,
But yeah, you don't need to use them. You would just say like there is boy or there is girl, right? You don't have to say there is a, right? It's kind of implied in there in the Latin. Good question, Optime. Anything else before I let you guys go?
When you're asking someone who they are, would you flip tu es to es2, or would it still be quis tu es?
So if you're asking who in general, quis, but if you're asking are you, right? Just like in English, you reverse the word order. So if I'm making a statement, tú es puer, right? Or tú es wir, right? But if I want to ask es ne, I put that ne on there to make it a question. And then I would say es ne puer, es ne wir, right? So it's implied there. And actually, as you see the pronouns there, the personal pronouns, the ego, the tu, etc. You don't need to use those. It's implied by the form of the verb. But if you really want to emphasize, like ego sum magister, right? Like I am a teacher, you could do that, right? The
How
Latin's
did
pretty
you say,
flexible.
who are you then?
Quis es,
Quis
right?
est.
Right. So quis, es, who are you, or quis est tu, or quis est would be who is he, she, or it,
Somebody else.
right? Yep.
Mm.
Or quis ego, right? Quis sum, who am I, right? So the name makes it a yes or no, but that interrogative quis makes it, in general, who. Awesome.
So
Ultimate.
if we have,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
if we have the quiz, if we're asking with the quiz, we don't need to add the ne at the end of the verb.
That's right. So these words are on the screen here. These ones, the quid, the quiz, etc. Quiz is the one we kind of looked at today. You just asked that, right? Who, right? Quis est tu. If I want to, who are you, right? You just showed up. Or quis est Puella, right? Who's the girl, right? But if I wanted to make it a yes or no question, that ne kind of comes in there and it's the first, it gets attached to the first word. So, es ne Helena Puella? Right? I want to know, ita minime, is she, right? So the ne just makes it a binary question. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right. Good questions. All right. I like this. All right. Yeah, Rondi.
Mark. So in Latin, when you use the tu form, that's just you, no matter who you're talking to. There's no formal or informal, or any of that.
Just two, right? Now
Okay.
there is a plural, which I'm not throwing at you yet, right? If there's
Right.
ego, there's a nos, there's a tú, there's a vos, which sounds like Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Vosotros, nosotros, etc. But yeah, there is no formal, you just say tú.
Okay, cool.
All right. Optime, gratias, vobis. I'll
Gracias, Magister.
Gratias,
Gracias,
Plaudite. Thank you for coming. I hope
Gracias.
it was enjoyable. And I'll see you guys next week. If I see everyone, then I know we did good. If I only see like no one, then I'm going to be very sad. So, but thank you for coming. I'll put the recording up, and definitely if you think of anything, email me or whatever. I just think this is a lot of fun. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. All right.
Yay.
Gratias,
Thank you.
Walete. Have a
Gracias,
good night.
Magister.
Gracias.
Buenas noches.
Wale.